Well, I'm your host, Wesley, from the Deity of Christ. No relations to Snipes, but today we're talking about why are you protesting at your college campus? I tell you, American students standing with Islam and Hamas is something that I never thought I'd see in this country, but here we are. Today's guest is Lucas from the UNC encampment. He's a rather peculiar guy, but he's a pro Palestinian, anti-Israel, anti-Zionist supporter. And we have Habib, which is a well-known guest. He's always pulling out that thing, but not today. But he will give you a maswa. I give you a maswa. Yeah, you're right. I give you one. Pop, pop, pop. I give you a maswa. All right, Lucas, we'll begin with you. Why are you protesting?
Well, yeah, thank you. Well, sorry, I just flew in from the encampment.
Well, what's with the cape? Like, do you fly?
Boy, it's something over there. My school is, I tell you, as an American student, I'm just totally ashamed at what's going on with this genocide. Well, whatever.
Well, Palestinian man, should I call you? Why are you protesting?
Well, why am I protesting? Well, that's a stupid question. This is a genocide. Well, my school, UNC, is invested in Israel. I want them to divest immediately, and I won't stop. I won't stop until they stop. I bit my tongue. I'm sorry about that. Hi, Habib. How are you? Thank you for everything you do. Anyways, yes, and my I can't speak. And my American tax dollars, well, that money is being spent on bombs, and our military is supplying the Zionist regime, Israel, with bombs that are killing Palestinians. It's a genocide, and I want it to stop. Free Palestine from the river to the sea.
Free Palestine from what? Free Palestine from the Jews. That's what it means.
Why can't the Jews just leave? Why? Why can't they just leave?
Well, I see the brainwashing continues. Well, you're wearing a shirt that says Free Palestine, but that would mean a total annihilation of the 7.2 million Jews that are living in Israel, from the Mediterranean Sea to the Jordan River.
No, that's not what I want. I don't want 7 million Jews to be wiped off the planet. No, that's no. That's not what I'm protesting for. I just want the war to end. I want everyone to live in peace.
So, Lucas, how do you stand for humanity when that annihilation would bring a genocide?
This is humanity. It's inhumane what's going on. I stand with humanity.
Okay, well, what do you suppose we do with the 7.2 million Jews that are living in the land that God gave?
Why can't they just leave? Just leave. Everything would stop. All the terrorism, all the fighting, all the yelling, all the killing, everything would just stop and everybody would live in peace. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's why I'm out here protesting. That's why I'm protesting. I just want the war to end.
I tell you, American students.
I just want the war to end. I'm sick of it. I just want it to end.
Well, American students like yourself wearing a shamag, standing with Islam and Hamas is something that I thought I'd never see in this country.
Well, you see it. We're here and we're not going anywhere until it's over.
This is a religious war. Do you understand that?
No, it is not a religious war. Mr. Habib, can you please? It's not a religious war. I'm sick of people saying that.
Protest, walk outside, do everything you can do. Well, even if Israel was to give the Muslims all the land, they would still fight the Jews wherever they go. The Jews are the enemy. Yes, the Quran tells us, Surah 2191, Surah 929, Surah 521, Surah 560. Yes, Wesley, that is true. The land is just a black story. This is, even if we got all the land that was ours, we would still fight them wherever they go. Have you read the Quran?
Why would I read the Quran? For what? For what? Why would I read the Quran? You better not attack me, Habib. I thought we were friends. You better not attack me.
Habib, maybe you should give him that Quran. Lucas, you need to read this, Lucas. You need to understand. You read this. You read this. All right, I'm going to ask you guys a series of questions. Lucas, if you don't know, that's quite all right. You can learn something today, so maybe you would take off that shamag. What was the name of the land when the Jews entered in 1300 BC? Palestine.
Palestine.
Habib, the land was not called Palestine. That was the name. It's always been the name. Just look at the map. It's always been Palestine. Don't believe what they tell you. Lucas, the land was not called Palestine. The land was called Canaan.
Oh, yes, it was. Look it up. Just look it up. It was called Palestine. It's always been called Palestine.
Habib, there were no Palestinians living in the land of Canaan in 1300 BC. Palestine. It's always been called Palestine. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. No, Habib, there were not Palestinians living in the land of Canaan. The people were called the Canaanites, the Jebusites, the Hivites, the Girgasites, and I could go on and on. Lucas, don't believe it. That's a fabrication. Palestine, it has always been called Palestine. Jesus, peace be upon him, was a Palestinian. Palestine was named by the Roman Emperor Hadrian, and he got the name from the Philistines, which is Philistia.
Wrong, wrong, wrong. All wrong, all wrong.
Goliath was an enemy of the Jews, and that's why Palestine was named Palestine, as an insult to the Jews.
Goliath was a Palestinian. Jesus was a Palestinian. I'm not even religious,
Lucas,
and I know that.
Palestine has never been a state. There's never been a king. There's no political entity living in that region. The name is just a region. It is called Palestine.
I'm going back to UNC. I really am. I'm cut everything off. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here.
Pay attention, Lucas. Stop trying to fly away. Pay attention. Boy, I tell you, biblical history clears up a college education. They're all liars. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, all liars. Wesley, the whole thing, all liars. All right, Habib, I'll continue the next question. Who did Allah give the land to?
Allah, who is that? Who is that?
Allah gave the land to the Jews, the children of Israel. Finally, we agree upon something. Allah gave the land to the children of Israel. We don't disagree with that. No, that's not it. You're right. The God of the Bible gave the land to the children of Israel. But the Jews disobeyed Allah. And they were punished. They were kicked out the land. Now we are the ones. Habib, if you want to disprove the Bible, try uprooting the Jews out of that land. Good luck to you. Yes, call it what you want. No. That land's not theirs anymore, and we will own it. Every nation that has risen up against Israel has been defeated. Amos 9:14-15 says they will never be uprooted out that land again. I'm so sick of hearing this. They are not God's chosen people. Habib, history is on the side of that prophecy. Islam is 0-7 against Israel in the last 7 wars. 1948, the War of Independence. Israel won. 1956, the Suez Canal War. Israel won. 1967, Lucas, was a miracle. It was 5 Islamic countries against 1. And Israel won in 6 days.
Well, I read about the 6-Day War. Yes, I remember that. They won. Israel won. Yes, I read that.
I tell you, this is nothing but history here. I can keep going. 1973, the Yom Kippur. They were attacked and they won. 1982, 2006, 2023, and 2024. I suggest you leave God-chosen people alone. You're out there protesting and standing for something you have no idea about.
I'm going back to the encampment. I learned actually nothing from you. Nothing. I'm going back. I learned nothing. I'll see you.
The Hadith says the last days cannot come until the Jews are defeated. So we have protesters. I asked them, make sure you know what you're protesting for. You stand with us, you stand with us. That means the Jews must go. Everyone out. Out. They go to Pluto, we go to Pluto. They go to Saturn, we go to Saturn and get them. That's the way it is. That's what the Quran says. Surah 929, Surah 2191. Read. Here, let me give you one. Well, that's it for today. if you're an American student or if you're any student and you're standing with Islam and Hamas, maybe you should study and realize why you are protesting. Just don't go out there and stand if you don't know what you're doing or what you're standing for.